Hello all, welcome back. It's PH Picker, and in today's video I have something that I got from Sparrows. Maybe some of you are aware of what that means. It's a revolver, and I got this in the mail yesterday. I have played around with it just a little bit. In fact, I've done picked it all the way around. It comes with this nice little tin. And there it is inside of there. Let's get this out. And here is the key. Get that out. And there is the bitting on it. So you got some lows and highs. Lows in the front, highs in the back, which is very nice. Those of you who are not familiar with this practice lock, I guess you could call it. You have, I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 different stages, and you can pick. You'd say you'd put this in there, and you can see the hex keys line up here. You can put this in there just like that. You could go ahead and that's the starting with that little arrow, and this is more for beginners, or this is the easiest, and then it continues on to the next one, and of course you can just sit there and keep on picking it. And this one's a little harder. This one, of course, they just increase in size or in difficulty. Now in this tin you can also, or it comes with extra springs, extra hex bolts. It's even got an extra key. There is a bunch of serrated and spools, a bunch of serrated, or I believe there's some barrels in here too, so that's nice. Yeah, I've seen a few. There's like some serrated barrels, and I think I've seen some serrated. Yeah, right there's a serrated, yeah, just barely get some serrations on it, but anyway, a barrel spool at the top. It also comes with an extra key and some extra top pin, or some key pins, I mean. And then this little interesting. Okay, so if you want to extend that out, this is the extra key. I believe it's pinned up probably to 5 right now. I've never even counted it, but I think you can pin it up to 6, and that's what this key is for. So anyway, kind of neat little contraption, and well thought out. You can mix and match, do whatever you want with it. So kind of a neat little tool. And I believe these run, I think I paid, I want to say I paid $50 some dollars for this on Sparrow's website. Not too bad considering the locks you get, and you know, kind of a neat little deal. But anyway, today I thought we'd pick this. I'm not going to pick every bit of it, but I am going to pick the hardest one. So right now it's down there. You got to get this Sparrows lined up, the keyhole, with which one you want. So right now it's at the beginner, so we're going to go back a notch, and we're going to go to the hardest one on here. And some of these are actually full. I haven't opened this up at all inside. I can tell you that some of them are, the starter ones are just, I believe just, I didn't feel any pins in there, security pins. And then starting at 2, you start getting a few, and it mixes it up. And then there's one with all spools, and then this one is all serrations. So we're going to pick this. And I thought that This is actually, by the way, I believe this is a Slade keyway. So not too bad of a keyway, but it can be worked on pretty easy. I'm going to use this top of the keyway and 18 thousandths Peterson. Very light tension. All serrated's very light tension. I believe that's kind of the general rule of thumb, and that might be not for everybody, but I know that's what a lot of people tell you. And what I'm doing, I'm just going through here now, and I'm just checking for little binding pins, and I'm being very gentle. Very, very gentle. Just trying to pick these little pins up. And if you are not careful, let me tell you what, you will overlift these. It is very, very easy to do. If I had a better audio setup, you could probably hear the little clicks. Very, very small little clicks. And that's what we're looking for. And if you think you've overset something, which this is a great tool to learn serrateds, spools, and a mixture of the two. And like I said, it's got some barrel spools in there. You can load it up with those, what have you. Now, I have already overset. I'm just going to restart. And I can tell you I overset just because of feeling it. So that's what it's here for. Okay, got a little click here and just a little bit of core movement. There's different ways to deal with these. Now I just lost my movement there. I might have overset. It is very easy to do on this little lock. I believe I might have. I actually wanted to do a few oversets anyway, just to show you how easy it was to do. It is not hard at all. That's one thing that serrations are good at. They really love to throw you into an overset. And a lot of people, especially new people, they don't know what that feels like exactly. Probably never dealt with serrated pins before. What way can you get out of them if you do an overset? Well, you can let off your tension a little bit. Now, I know you didn't hear that, but that was a little bit of a click. I just manually set it back, but you don't even got to do that. If you're just kind of beginning into the lock, you might as well. But if you're like deep down into it, like let's say you got 3 or 4 pin set or something, you might not want to restart it. So you can try. It don't always work, but you can try to do that yourself, or yeah. So that's how you deal with them, or at least one way. Now, of course, there's some more quarter rotation. Sometimes you can just kind of rub over the pin, and these serrations, especially if you know they're almost all serrations, you just kind of rub them. Doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. And you'll set it just a little bit, because these serrations, whenever they're deep cut, really sharp serrations, they will, and they're designed to catch up in the core and throw you. I'm sure most of you are aware of that, but I'm also talking to totally new people here. And there's nothing like getting your pick in there and feeling exactly what these feels like anyway. Hence the little tool here. Of course, you can't see like the clear plastic acrylic. I never started on those. Sure, I guess there's for some people, but I decided not to go with that. And I just been slowly but surely here working my way to the stack. And now notice I'm starting to get a little bit of counter rotation. Okay, I actually heard some pins fall whenever I did that. And that was almost like a little spool up in there, but I know it's not. I think that was actually the last pin I had before I threw it or turned it, and unfortunately I dropped some pins while I did it. Some locks are a little different than others. In fact, all locks are unique to themselves, if we want to go for that way. And you can get some locks that are known to have a lot of spools in them, or serrations, or spools for that fact of the matter. And there's ways to work around them. And as you become more advanced, you will learn how to do that. It just takes a lot of practice. It's like everything else in life. You will learn nothing unless you practice a lot. That's kind of my philosophy. So the more time, effort you put into it, the more knowledge, the more you seek, the better you're going to get. I might overset that just a tad. Maybe. Alright, and there it is. Got me some counter. Open it up. Anyway, I just thought I'd introduce all that to you. I'm not going to gut it out just because this video is already long enough, but I appreciate you watching. Give me a like, subscribe if you like my channel. I plan on putting quite a bit more on here, just slowly but surely. And I always say, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. There's no ignorant questions out there, only ignorant answers, I guess. But if I don't know, we can find somebody that does know. Anyway, sure appreciate you watching. Take care. Have a good weekend.